The United States has just dropped a bombshell. And no, it's not a missile. It's a piece of legislation known as the Big and Beautiful Act, a multi-trillion-dollar plan to rewire the American economy. We're talking roads, childcare, green energy, and advanced chip production, all rolled into one massive agenda. But is this the next New Deal, or a fiscal time bomb waiting to blow up the global economy? Welcome to Wealth Alchemy, where we turn uncertainty into opportunity. Today we'll dive into what this act means for America and the rest of the world. What are the opportunities, what are the risks, and how can you prepare wherever you are? Section 1. What is the Big and Beautiful Act? The Big and Beautiful Act is an ambitious U.S. government initiative projected to cost between $3 to $5 trillion over a decade. It's designed to modernize the American economy by investing in 4 major areas: infrastructure, roads, bridges, broadband, rail; green energy, solar, wind, EVs, clean tech; social welfare, universal pre-K, affordable childcare, health subsidies; industrial policy, semiconductor plants, advanced manufacturing. In short, it's meant to create jobs, reduce inequality, and position the U.S. as a 21st century industrial and clean energy leader. Section 2. Domestic opportunities. Let's start with the potential upsides for America. 1. Job creation. Millions of new jobs will be created, from construction to childcare to engineering, strengthening the middle class. 2. Energy leadership. The act positions the U.S. as a green superpower with tax credits for electric vehicles, solar farms, and battery technology. 3. Reshoring industry. By encouraging domestic production of semiconductors and clean tech components, it reduces reliance on foreign supply chains. 4. Social mobility. By funding universal pre-K and healthcare subsidies, the act aims to lift working families and reduce systemic inequality. If executed well, this could unlock a new wave of prosperity. Section 3. Domestic risks. But here's the catch. It comes at a cost. 1. National debt explosion. The U.S. already owes over $34 trillion. This act could push that toward $40 trillion by 2030. Too much debt could cause investor panic, reduce confidence in the U.S. dollar, and raise borrowing costs. 2. Interest payment crisis. America now spends over $1 trillion annually on interest alone, more than its defense budget. That's money not going into schools, healthcare, or roads. 3. Inflation risks. Injecting trillions into an economy already stretched thin could push inflation up, especially in housing, energy, and services. 4. Political instability. If control of Congress changes, funding for parts of the act could be reversed, causing disruption, wasted investments, and social unrest. This is a high-risk, high-reward bet. Section 4. Global impact. The Big and Beautiful Act won't just affect the U.S., it could reshape the global economy. A. Dollar confidence at risk. The U.S. dollar is the world's reserve currency. If America prints and borrows too aggressively, trust in the dollar could erode. That could lead central banks to diversify into gold, the euro, or digital currencies. B. Interest rate pressure on other countries. As U.S. bond yields rise, capital flows out of emerging markets. That forces poorer countries to raise their own rates to attract investors, even if their economies can't handle it. C. Global capital drain. Trillions going into U.S. industries will attract foreign capital, draining investment from Latin America, Southeast Asia, and Africa. D. Winners Canada and Australia. Resource exporters, lithium, copper, will benefit. Taiwan and South Korea. Already strong in chip tech ESG funds, green-aligned investors may thrive. Losers, emerging markets, face capital outflows and rising debt service. U.S. bondholders could see losses if confidence collapses. Importers, if inflation spreads, food and energy importing nations may suffer. Section 5. Could it trigger a global debt crisis? 12 to 1330. If the U.S. debt spiral continues unchecked, it could trigger sovereign credit downgrades, a sell-off in U.S. treasuries, higher global borrowing costs, a wave of currency crises in fragile economies. Even the IMF has issued warnings. The world is already over-leveraged. If the U.S. stumbles, others may fall too. Section 6. What if it works? Now let's imagine the optimistic scenario. U.S. GDP rises, jobs surge, clean energy booms, tax revenues climb, global innovation increases. Other countries might follow suit, triggering a new global economic renaissance led by tech and sustainability. Section 7. What if it fails? But if the act fails? The U.S. could face stagflation, high inflation with low growth. Dollar confidence might crash. Financial markets could recoil, social programs could get slashed. In this case, the act may trigger more inequality, not less, and shock the global financial system. Section 8. How you can prepare. Whether this act succeeds or fails, your money is at risk. Here's how to prepare. 1. Diversify currency exposure. Don't keep all your savings in USD. Consider SGD, CHF, gold, or Bitcoin. 2. Own real assets. Real estate, farmland, dividend stocks, and businesses can weather inflation better than cash. 3. Watch bond yields. If U.S. yields spike suddenly, it's time to go defensive. 4. Invest in trends position in industries likely to benefit, like rare earths, clean energy, AI infrastructure. 5. Build portable income freelancing, content creation, digital businesses. Don't depend on one economy or employer. Remember, the goal isn't panic, it's preparedness. The Big and Beautiful Act is a bold move. It might rebuild America's foundation, or it might accelerate its decline. Either way, this is your chance to learn, adapt, and protect your financial future. This is Wealth Alchemy, where we turn chaos into clarity and uncertainty into opportunity. If you found this helpful, like the video, leave a comment. How will this act impact your country?